Cuts, unique cuts. So you show me what you got. Let me know what your cutters can do. Show me what the stone can do. This is the first time Ammolite has ever appeared at QVC in an Octagon cut. It's a strong presentation of it. It's fresh, it's modern, it's different, but not so much so that you wouldn't find it everyday wearable. This is debuting now and today on an easy pay. We just presented a piece at over $2,300, right? And worth every penny of that. Here is your Ammolite that you're looking down at your hand all throughout the day that you picked up for $53.20 a month. QVC's price is $266, but your retail value is $413 easily.
Easily.
Your choice of sterling silver. I know those retail values are killing you because
they're killing me. They're killing me.
He swears they're higher. Here's the silver, and here's the 14-karat gold over sterling. Funny how it's technically the same stone, and yet it plays so differently when we wrap it in different colors of metal. So choose the one that really speaks to you. We've got sizes 5 through 11 available for now as we finish out our show with one of my favorites. It's J346224, the triplet design with white topaz wrapped around.
Absolutely, and just watch it perform and breathe. There's such a life to this. There's no gemstone in the world that does what you see on your television screen. It's incredible. And you see, as you pulled that out, I immediately saw blue again on the top. And I know that you might be saying, well, Ken's getting awfully excited about blues. It is the rarest color. So in opals, we look for the reds. In Ammolites, we look for the blues. And it sits on the top of the stone. You know, I love the fancy cuts and the exotic shapes.
How about that, Ken?
See, look at that.
Good.
You are an Ammolite professional, young lady.
Thank you.
You really are. But so I came into the, you know, I'm one of the designers on the design side, but I'm not a stone cutter. So I went to my stone cutters, who, by the way, I call artisans, because they are capturing or bringing out the best colors in each and every one of these stones. I came to them with this idea, and our head cutter said, you do know that we're cutting this all by hand, right? So every corner, every shape, everything is done by hand. And what an amazing job they've done. This is phenomenal. And I mean, this to me, my opinion, it looks like, you know, it has, nobody was ever going to guess that you spent $266. No. People think in the thousands of dollars. And by the way, as I mentioned before, the average price retail of an Ammolite piece anywhere on earth starts at around $1,100.
Well, but also think about the exotic locations in which you're finding them, right? So there's a chain of command. There's a journey that these pieces take to find their way home all around the globe.
Absolutely.
This piece and all in our show made one stop.
Yeah.
Straight from the mine, straight to QVC. And actually, as we finish our show, it's probably good to give you one last look at how it came to be.
Yeah, absolutely, because this ring is so important and so big and bold and beautiful. I hope that you're taking advantage of it. But again, just even though we use all this commercial excavation equipment, it's really important that you understand that when we get to that layer, the only way we can do this is by hand. And we open up these rocks and we discover the Ammolite sitting there as beautiful almost as you have it in your rings. It's a very arduous thing. You know, Canada right now, we just got something like 40 centimeters of snow. Ooh. I mean, it's not an easy thing. I probably have the easiest job. Okay. I just get to be excited about it. Right. Yeah. You know, but once we sort the rough, every piece is hand cut. We then hand polish it. We hand shape it, and then we finally hand set it. And that really, again, is the attention detail. Now, that quality that you see there is exactly in that piece that we had in 14-karat gold. That Solara quality, the very best of the best. And if you're fortunate enough to be in the position to make that kind of an investment, I think it's one you're just never going to regret. This ring, listen, you could choose anything. You chose these rings. It's big, bold, and beautiful.
Yeah, that's really
makes a statement.
Well, I'm the gal who wants different, right? You know, here I am day in and day out presenting, you know, beautiful pieces, but I've also gotten really spoiled over time, right? I want to see something that I've never seen before. And I know that you, maybe watching for the first time or watching for the 1000th time, are the same way. You want unique and fresh and different. Ken's been saying throughout the show, and it's 100% true, really, regardless of what cut the stone is.
Right.
It is that compliment catcher. It's the question prompter. It's the one that just, you know, you've been wearing it day after day after day, and yet every time you look down, you go, I swear it looks different than it did yesterday. So really, the bonus or the cherry on top is that it comes in that Octagon cut. It comes in something that's fresh and different, unique itself. When it's laced in that beautiful kiss of white topaz, adds extra sparkle to it, maybe elevates it just a little bit. And in this case, you get to choose between the yellow gold and the sterling silver. So it's almost like it's a bespoke ring for you, right?
I agree, absolutely. And you know, we've got kind of the trifecta, because between this ring, the tennis bracelet, and that beautiful pendant, you're being spoiled for choice. You know, we do a 1 hour show maybe once a year.
Yeah,
this is a big deal. Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult to supply you because you need so many of them. But this really is your chance to discover Ammolite. Take advantage of that and get it at home, because as beautiful as QVC shows it to you on air, it's even more beautiful live in person.
100%.
Yeah.
100% agree. Now, at the end of the day, something very important happens. Whether we have one of these or we have 101 of them, we will lose the easy payment opportunity all throughout our 24 hours. We've got 5 and 6 easy pays on everything, but many of them go away at the end of the day, and that is the case with this right here. As Ken mentioned, I know it's been over a year since he and I have presented together, and it could be more than a year before we have another full hour of our Ammolite jewelry. Why? Certainly isn't because of lack of demand. The demand is overwhelming. The problem is availability. And so it really is a limited edition opportunity for you to pick this up. Your choice of the silver or the 14 karat gold over sterling, the more popular of the two, not surprising, is the 14 karat gold, because it's what we see far fewer of.
Right.
And I love the color combination here in the yellow gold and in the sterling silver. But yeah, you know, we've been saying this kind of makes our job easy, because it speaks for itself as we move it, as we play with it, as we enjoy it. Let me give you a measurement in this, our final minute of our show, and then the lovely Mary Beth Rose is going to be presenting the first of a few hours. It's going to be all turquoise, I believe. Yes. And Peyton Kelly is rejoining us as well. J346224 is your item number. Please, if you missed anything in our show, I recommend going to QVC.com and typing in the word Ammolite so you can see the whole selection. Because there's, I mean, pieces that we gave brief mentions to that people are going to want to see.
It just goes so quickly, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And I've been here 3 hours, but it feels like 30
Yeah, well,
minutes.
and a pleasure to work with you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you really know your stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you. You
so
kind of
much.
know a thing or two, too. I mean,
well,
you know.
a little bit, right?
Discover the stuff. J346224 is the item number for my pick of the show. But remember, your easy pays go away at the end of the day. Now, hopefully you are shopping our gem day at QVC.